and you can hear her sing. You can't catch me. Why you can't catch me? Well, you get too close, I'm gone like a cool breeze. Yeah. Flying with my baby last Saturday night was not a gray cloud close in sight. A big full moon shining up above. Cuddle up, baby, and be my love. Sweetest little thing I have ever seen. Oh, baby, I will make you, baby. Flying on beams and on flight control. Tuned to old rock and roll. 2-3 hours out past us by. Altitude drops to 505. Fuel consumption is way too fast. Let's get on home before we run out again. You can't catch me. Oh, you can't catch me. Well, you get too close, I'm gone like cool. Jersey Turnpike in the wee hours I was rolling up slowly cause of drizzling showers. Well, here comes the flat top, he was moving up with me. Said a little goodbye and little old souped up Jimmy. Yeah. Put my foot on the tank, I began to roll. Moaning sirens was a state patrol, so I put out my wings, I blew my horn. Bye-bye to Jersey, I'm headed home. You can't catch me. Oh, you can't catch me. Well, you get too close, I'm gone like a cool breeze. Well, I'm going home. Oh, home. Hey, home. I'm going home. Well, if you get too close, I'm gone like a cool breeze.
Oh, good evening. That's very good indeed. Those are the Blues Projects, and that's called from the LP Projections. And I'm building castles, you see. Actually, that's what I was doing. Is the reason I'm not altogether prepared. And it was called You Can't Catch Me, wasn't it? Yes. And you see, there are thousands of little cartridge things, you know, the cassette type things. And each evening when I come in, they're all over the place. And I build castles with them. And I'm not through building castles tonight. So confusion reigns. Anyway, we will, among other things, be announcing the winners of our bizarre contest sometime during the evening. Actually, I shall announce, I decided there were going to be 15 runners-up, and I've got to search around and try and find prizes for the 15 runners-up. I doubt if I'll come up with anything, but I shall try anyway. It's a thought that counts, isn't it? Not for you, really, if you're one of the runners-up, but there you are. And we have 3 winners who will win a copy of the Zodiac Cosmic Sounds LP. In the meantime, this is Leaping John Mayall and the Bluesbreakers, and it hurts me too, you know. Well, it does. I mean, I'm very sensitive like that. And it's 7 minutes after 12. Cool. Decca and It Hurts Me Too, which is the B-side of Double Trouble, their latest single. And the first one of our 15 runners-up, and these don't come in any specific order, just the way they came out of the sort of the bag that I had them all in, was Keith of Finchton Manor, Tenterden in Kent. And to explain a little bit further, I'm not going to have any more contests, I don't think, because I felt so lousy about having to pick 3 out of all of them, because there was obviously so much love and time and patience have gone into some of these things, in our Zodiac Cosmic Sounds contest, that I really felt lousy about having to pick any and reject any others. And I understand now how the people at the Royal Academy must feel when their time comes round. Anyway, here's the record for all the journalists who were in Hyde Park on Sunday afternoon, who were so busy writing funny and whimsical lines that they didn't have time to search for the truth. It's Country Joe and the Fish, and it's called Flying High.
In my boots, my thumb gun froze, can't feel my toes. I'm feeling a little destitute. Wheels throwing water all over my axe, and Mr. Jones don't lend me a hand. Up come 2 cats in a Cadillac, and they say, won't you hop in, ma'am? I went flying all the way, all the way. The one that's driving's got a bowler hat, the other's got a fez on his head. They turn around and grin, and I grin back, but not a word was said. So I took out my harp and I played them a tune. I could see they were digging it. Then the one with bells, well, he turns and he says, we'd like to help you make your trip. And I went flying high all the way, all the way. He said you can't leave home out in the rain, just might freeze and die. On a plane, send them home in the sky. So they took me to the LA airport, laid $20 in my hand. Well, I paid my fare, I'm in the air, flying back home again. And I went flying yeah, all the way, all the way, I went flying high all the way, don't you know.
Country Joe and the Fish from Radio London, the Perfumed Garden, that's called Flying High. I seriously doubt that very many journalists were listening, actually, but it's the thought that counts, and perhaps word will get through to some of them, and some of them may actually improve and stop trying to be so clever and everything, which is rather boring. 13 minutes after 12 midnight, and another one of the runners-up in our contest was Tizzy Knowles of 9 St Leonard's Terrace, London SW3. We'll get round to the 3 winners eventually. In the meantime, this is dedicated to everybody else who went along to Hyde Park. I wish that I could have been with you, and it's from the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Can you see me? Look.
Of 1,000 years. Can you hear me? Right all over town. Yeah, baby. Can you hear freight train coming from 1,000 miles.
Yes, indeed. The Jimi Hendrix Experience from the LP Are You Experienced? A leading question there, and that's called Can You See Me, which is another leading question. I hope that somebody can, actually. One of these days that you'll be able to see in some miraculous fashion. Another one of the runners-up was Sienna Joyce of Lansdowne Crescent in London, and we'll be getting to those winners eventually. I'm not doing this in order to be dramatic or anything, because I want as many people to listen till 2 o'clock as I can, you see, and go and tell other people to listen, not because of me, because that's not really very important, but because of the things that we play, you know, and the important things that I have to tell you from time to time. It's very important that everybody should listen, and there's not all that much time left, is there, really? I'd like to play a record for the inhabitants of Hampstead Hall, whose beautiful and angelic faces were shining forth from most of the daily newspapers this morning, which was nice to see. I'm glad you were there. These are the Californians, and this is called Golden Apple from Radio London. Again, those are the Californians from Radio London. Well, confusion is reigning, actually, at this precise moment in history, because every once in a while I get into these moods. I have so many records lying around that I want to play, and I put one on, I say, no, that's not going to be next, so I take it off and put on something else, and so right now there's no record on the turntables, you see, so I'm going to have to... Oh, excuse me, we've only just met. How embarrassing. Well, anyway, another one of the runners-up in our contest was Kieran O'Connor, And Kieran O'Connor lives at 13 Hythorpe Road, Balham, London SW12. And these are the Who. You didn't hear me put it on either, did you? I'm getting better. Called Instant Party or Circles or various other things, and those are the Who on the Reaction label. Another runner-up was A.C. Edwards of 88, Charles Close, Wroxham in Norwich, and these are the Byrds from their LP Turn, 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 and this is a beautiful full choral sound that they managed to achieve. The world turns all around her.
She's everything you could want. And if you think she's everything that could be, well, I still think the world turns all around her. And I still wish that she belonged to me. I don't know how I ever could have thought that I'd let her go and still be just the same. But I found out my world turned all around her, and everywhere I go I hear her name. Somewhere along the way, I don't know why, I thought that I would want to let her go. But now whenever I see her with you, I realize how much I didn't know. So if you tell her every day you love her, and if you tell her everything she could be, you'll find out that your world will turn around her. You'll feel the same if you should set her free.
Those are the Byrds from Radio London and The World Turns All Around Her. Another runner-up was Tom Cairns of 152 Nether Old House Lane, Glasgow, S3. Thank you, Tom, for your entry. And today we found a copy of the old first Rolling Stones LP. Actually, Willie Walker's copy it was. Probably stolen it from somewhere if I know Willie, but there you are. And it was great listening to it again, you know, because I'd forgotten how good they used to sound then. Marvellous. Completely different to the way they sound now. Anyway, this is Now I've Got a Witness, written, of course, by the ubiquitous Nanka Felge. Stones there, of course, from their first LP, and Now I've Got a Witness. Playing that again makes me wonder, you know, because back in the old days of, there's a program called Shindig on TV in the States, and the Rolling Stones were on that, and it was the first time I'd ever seen them on television, and they went mad, you know, and I used to sit there and just roll about because of Bill Wyman would stand there like a pillar of salt with his bass pointing up at the ceiling and absolutely sort of face immobile and just put out these terrific sounds. Marvellous it was. The Rolling Stones, I had to present them on stage once in California too, in a place called San Bernardino, and it's one of the most incredible nights of my entire life because I had to stand right behind them to sort of make sure nobody got at them from the back. And this one boy got up on stage and grabbed Mick Jagger's tambourine, and this policeman grabbed hold of him, you know, to get him away. And he grabbed hold of the policeman's gun. And this is incredible. I don't think the Stones know about it even to this day. He grabbed hold of the policeman's gun and emptied it into the stage, you know, fired all 6 shots into the stage about 3 feet in front of Mick Jagger, who didn't flinch, you know, just kept on singing. It was altogether too much. It was incredible. An extraordinary night that was. Anyway, another one of our runners-up was Martin P. Joyce, 105 Rumford Street, Manchester 13. And these are the Buffalo Springfield and Mr. Soul.
Trace of my face could seem so pleasing. I'll cop out to the change, but a stranger is putting the tease on. I was down on the ground when the messenger brought me a letter.
That's rather good, actually. Shades of sort of blues project type guitar in the middle of a very impressive group live, incidentally, the Buffalo Springfield, because I once worked with them too in California, along with the Seeds and a number of other exciting people. Anyway, that was called Mr. Soul. It's the B-side of their latest release in the States, which is called Bluebird. Nothing to do with the old Bluebird label, I don't think. Another one of our runners-up was Paul Nicholas of Finchton Manor, Tenterden in Kent, who, if there'd been a fourth prize, I suppose Paul would have had it. And he's one of my regular correspondents, actually. Mad as a hatter, demented, glorious, lunatic letters he writes me, which I enjoy enormously. Anyway, here's perhaps the first indication we ever got from the Beatles that they were beginning to realise, well, they've always known, I think, but they're really, realising what was going on. From Rubber Soul, the word.
If I needed someone to love, you're the one that I'd be thinking of. If I needed someone, if I had someone.
I have blundered. I played the wrong one, you see. I was going to play the word, so I'm going to turn it over and play it anyway, because that's the one I wanted to hear tonight. I was listening to this, you see, this afternoon, too. Watch me mess this up completely and come in the middle of something else. Let's see. Oh, beautifully done, Peel. Beautifully done.
Say the word and you'll be free. Say the word and be like me. Say the word I'm thinking of. Have you heard the word is love? It's so fine, it's sunshine. It's the word love. In the beginning I misunderstood, but now I've got it. The word is good. Spread the word and you'll be free. Spread the word and be like me. Spread the word I'm thinking of. Have you heard the word is love? It's so fine, it's sunshine. It's the word love. Everywhere I go, I hear it said, in the good and the bad books that I have read. Say the word and you'll be free. Say the word and be like me. Say the word I'm thinking of. Have you heard the word is love? It's so fine, it's sunshine. It's the word love. Now that I know what I feel must be right, I'm here to show everybody the light. Give the word a chance to say that the word is just a way. It's the word I'm thinking of, and the only word is love. It's so fine, it's sunshine. It's the word love. Say the word love. Say the word love. Say the word love. Say the word love.
Oh, did you hear the words? Too much, isn't it incredible? Really is. Anyway, preview radiance there. Those are the Beatles, and that was back 2,000 years ago when they recorded Rubber Soul. And that was the word. 25 minutes now before 1, Radio London. Time for the Velvet Underground, because I'm in that sort of a mood. This is the Black Angels' death song. Great gloom here, I think.
Myriad choice of his fate set themselves out upon a platform to choose. What had he to lose? Not a ghost bloody country all covered with sleep, where the black angel did weep. Not an old city street in the east. Gone to choose. And Warren King's brother walked on through the night with his hair in his face, long splinted cut from the knives of GT. The rallyman's patter ran on through the dawn until we said so long to his skull. Shrill yell. Shining brightly red-rimmed and red-lined with the time of fused with the choice of the mine on ice skate-scraping chunks from the bills. Cut mouth bleeding razors forgetting the pain, antiseptic remains cuckooed by. So you fly to the cozy brown snow of the east. Gonna choose again. Sacrificials remain, make it hard to forget where you come from. The stools of your eyes serve to realize fame. Choose again. And robe his refrain of the sacrilege recluse for the loss of a horse with the bowels and the tail of a rat. Come again. Choose to go. And if Epiphany's terror reduced you to shame, have your head bobbed and weave, choose a side to be on. And if the stone glances off, spit didactics into the color of mouse trails on screen, try between if you choose. If you choose, try to lose, for the loss of remain, come and start the game. I chi-chi, I. Chi-chi-chi, katako, choose to go.
What a macabre scene, isn't it? It's too much, it really is. Those, of course, the Velvet Underground. That was called the Black Angel's Death Song, and that strange scraping sound was an electric viola played by John Cale, who also plays piano and bass guitar. If you're wondering who the rest of them are, Lou Reed plays lead guitar and sings, and also plays something called ostrich guitar, which I don't understand, but there you are. Long-necked guitar of some sort, I don't know. Sterling Morrison, rhythm guitar and bass guitar. And Maureen Tucker, they have a girl drummer, I suppose. Maureen can't be anything else but a girl, now tell me. And chanteuse is Nico. Marvellous. What a very strange group, though. And this LP, which is on Verve Records, is released in the States, not released here. I don't know who has Verve, actually, in this country, but I shall try and find out. But it's a terrific LP. It really is. Some marvellous sounds on it, and you should try and obtain a copy from somewhere. Another one of our runners-up in the contest was Hugh Mosley of 9 Birkland Avenue, Mappley in Notts. So thank you, Hugh Mosley, for your entry. And one of these days, I'm going to just come completely unsewn on the air, listening to all these beautiful sounds, because every once in a while it gets too much for me, and I don't want to say anything when the record's over, and I know that I have to. Anyway, this is Donovan, and this is something that may actually finally do it to me, because this is my favourite Donovan thing of all time. It's Guinevere.
Guinevere of the royal court of Arthur, draped in white velvet, silk and lace, the rustle of her gown on the marble staircase, sparkles on fingers slender and pale. The jester he sleeps, but the raven he peeps through the dark foreboding skies o'er the royal town.
maroon-colored wine from the vineyards of Chardonnay is sipped by the Queen's lip and so gently. Indigo eyes in the flickering candlelight. Such is the silence of Royal Camelot. The jester he sleeps, but the raven he peeps through the dark foreboding skies o'er the royal domain. Guinevere of the royal court of Arthur, draped in white velvet, silk and lace, the rustle of her gown on the marble staircase sparkles on fingers both slender and pale. The jester he sleeps, but the raven he peeps through the dark foreboding skies o'er the royal domain.
That seems as the lights are flashing. I hope we're not off the air. Are we off the air, Willie? Willie? He's not listening. Oh, I can't. I mustn't do that. I hope we're not off the air. Lights are flashing, which usually mean that we are, but it also means that the engineers may be playing around upstairs, which broke the spell, which is probably just as well, actually, because there's no telling what on earth I would have done. That song fits me like a sort of suit of shimmering lights. It just does something. I don't know. It's just incredible. It is. That was Donovan, anyway, as though you didn't know. And that was Guinevere. And the only way that I can get... I'm supposed to do a commercial right now, you see. But I can't, I can't after that. It'd be like starting a fight at UFO or at the Alexandra Palace on the 29th this month. So I've got to play something in a complete contrast, you see, so that I can play a commercial after it. This is Jimi Reed from his new LP, and it's called Tell Me What You Want Me to Do.
Got me running, got me hiding, got me running, reaping the way you wanna let it roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got me doing what you wanna, baby, what you
And all of this on a cup of coffee, really. Anyway, that's Jimmy Reed from Radio London. That's from his LP, the new Jimmy Reed album, and it's called Tell Me What You Want Me to Do. And I know what I want to do, but anyway, I can't. Well, another one of our winners in the Zodiac Cosmic King was Michael Courtauld of 40 Rayleigh Road, Palmer's Green, London, North 13. And this is Buffy Sainte-Marie from the LP Little Wheel Spin and Spin, which just happens to be the name of this particular song. Oh, you're all beautiful tonight. I can see you out there, all glowing and things like that.
Little wheel spin and spin, and the big wheel turn around and around. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around and around. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around, round. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around and around. Merry Christmas, jingle bells, Christ is born and the devil's in hell. Hearts they shrink, pockets swell, everybody know and nobody tell. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn round, round. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around and around. Oh, the sins of Caesar's men, cry the pious citizens. Petty thieve, the 5 and 10s, and the big wheel turn around, round. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around and around. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn round and around. Blame the angels, blame the fates, blame the Jews or your sister Kate. Teach your children who to hate, and the big wheel turn round, round. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around, round. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around and around. Turn your back on weeds you've hoed, silly sinful sins you've sowed. Add your straw to the camel's load, pray like hell when the world explode. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around and around. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around and around. Swing your girl, fiddler say, later on the piper pay. Do-si-do, swing and sway, dead will dance on Judgment Day. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around and around. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around and around. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around and around. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around, round. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around, round. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn round, round. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn round, round. Little wheel spin and spin, big wheel turn around.
That's Buffy Sainte-Marie from Radio London on the Fontana LP of the same name, Little Wheel Spin and Spin. Have you ever seen a photograph of Buffy Sainte-Marie? She looks like an Aztec goddess or something. Completely, she doesn't look of this world, an extraordinary looking person. Anyway, right after this commercial announcement, we have the Mothers of Invention with one of their strange and curious offerings, you see.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to handle a racing car at high speed? Of course you have, and Radio London is able to offer you the chance to fulfill this ambition. For an inexpensive novice course under expert tuition, write to Racing Driver, Radio London, 17 Curzon Street, London, West 1, now, enclosing a self-addressed envelope for full details. Get the thrill of driving a racing car yourself, and be one of the many satisfied enthusiasts that Radio London has sent to Britain's best racing circuits for instruction. Send a stamped self-addressed envelope to Racing Driver, Radio London, 17 Curzon Street, London, West 1. Now!
Well, if you don't feel like doing that, send yourself to the Perfumed Garden. We'll be glad to have you. Here are the Mothers of Invention, and this is called, by the way, another one of our... What was I calling them? I've forgotten the word. I'm not disorganized or anything like that. Disorientated, whatever the word is. Another one of our runners-up, that's how they are, was Rodney O'Connor of 63 Court Road, Caterham in Surrey. We've only got 4 more runners-up to go, and then we get to the winners, so hold on. Here are the Mothers of Invention from their LP, Absolutely Free, which unfortunately wasn't, and this is called Brown Shoes Don't Make It, followed by, if I feel in the mood, America Drinks and Goes Home. So listen to the Mothers of Invention.
Brown shoes don't make it. Brown shoes don't make it. Quit school, why fake it? Brown shoes don't make it.
TV dinner by the pool.
What's your brother call me?
Got enough
a bummer every summer. Be a loyal plastic robot for a world that doesn't care. Smile at every ugly, shine on your shoes and cut your hair. Be a jerk and go to work. 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 Do your job and do it right. Nice applause. TV tonight. Do you love it? Do you hate it? There it is, the way you made it. Wow. The city hall mind, the dream of a girl about 13. Off with her clothes and into a bed where she tickles his fancy all night long. His wife's attending an orchid show. Squealed for a week to get him to go. But back in the bed, his teenage queen is rocking and rolling and acting obscene. Baby, 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 baby. And he loves it, he loves it, it curls up his toes. She bites his fat neck and it lights up his nose. But he cannot be fooled, oh City Hall Fred. She's nasty, she digs it in bed. Only 13, and she knows how to nasty. She's a dirty young mind, corrupted, corroded. Well, she's 13 today, and right here she gets loaded. If she were my daughter, I'd...
What would you do, Daddy?
If she were my daughter, I'd...
What would you do, Daddy?
If she were my daughter, I'd...
What would you do, Daddy?
Smother my daughter in chocolate syrup, drop her on again. Oh baby, smother that girl in chocolate syrup, drop her on again. She's a teenage baby and she turns me on. I'd like to make her do a nasty on the White House lawn. Gonna smother my daughter in chocolate syrup and boogie till the cows come home.
Time to go home. Madge is on the phone.
Gotta meet the gurneys and a dozen gray attorneys.
TV dinner by the pool. I'm so glad I finished school.
Life is such a ball. I run the world from city.
This is a special request. Hope you enjoy it. I tried to find how my heart could be so blinded. How could I be fooled just like the rest? You came on strong with your fast car and your glass ring, soft voice and your sad eyes. I fell for the whole thing. I don't regret having met up with a girl who breaks hearts like they were nothing at all. I've done it too. Now I know just what it feels like. Just like I said, there's no regrets. Well, it's about time to close. I hope you've had as much fun as we have. Don't forget the jam session Sunday. Mandy Tension will be by. Play the xylophone tree. A lot of fun. Monday night, dance contest night. Swiss contest. We're going to give away peanut butter and jelly bologna sandwiches for all of you. It really has been fun. I hope we played your requests, the songs you like to hear. Last call for alcohol. Drink it up, folks. Wonderful. Nice to see you, Bob. How's it going? How's the kids? Wonderful. Nice to see you. Yes. Oh, Bill Bailey? Oh, we'll get to that tomorrow night. Yeah. Caravan with a drum solo? Right. Yeah, we'll do that. Wonderful. Nice to see you again. Yeah. La la la. Down at your Pompadour go-go. I'm done it up with me. Night-eye.
What on earth can you possibly say? Those are the mothers of invention, more extraordinary things that they do. And that was called Brown Shoes Don't Make It, and America Drinks and Goes Home. That's it. You know, there's nothing else I can possibly say, really. They've got entirely their own. Nobody in the world has anything like them, you know. They've got entirely their own, completely individual scene, and that's very good.
There's a whole new world awaiting you in show business. You can be a star DJ on radio or in discotheques if you have the know-how. Getting that know-how is no problem for the really keen young men and women who want to make show business their career. At the School of Broadcasting, we've the finest studio equipment, and star DJs will teach you speech delivery, disc spinning, programming, microphone techniques, and the use of all studio equipment. We at the School of Broadcasting can start you on this exciting career for £35. Write to us for even more information at the School of Broadcasting, 7 Norfolk Street, Strand, London WC2. That's the School of Broadcasting, 7 Norfolk Street, Strand, London WC2.
I almost failed disc spinning, actually. It was very close. It's 2 minutes past 1 and time for us to check the weather, or at least it was a couple of minutes ago.
Latest weather word on Wonderful Radio London.
You're listening to Spontaneous Confusion in the Perfumed Garden. The forecast is for cloudy conditions with attendant showers tonight. Temperatures will fall in a leisurely manner to approximately 61 degrees, and tomorrow's outlook calls raucously for cooler weather with intermittent light showers. Today's outlook, that is, as though you cared. Temperatures will reach the upper 60s, and there will be only 4 hours of weather in the foothills of the Himalayas tomorrow. As you may have guessed, I wrote that myself, you see. Another one of our runners-up in our Zodiac Cosmic Sounds contest was Tony Burrell of 32 St Osyth Road, Clacton-on-Sea in Essex. So thank you, Tony. And here are Simon mit Garfunkel. Bleecker Street, for a change.
Clouds rolling in off the East River bank like a shroud. It covers Bleecker Street, fills the alleys where men sleep, hides the shepherd from the sheep. Voices leaking from a sad cafe, smiling faces try to understand. I saw a shadow touch a shadow's hand on Bleecker Street. Crooked rhyme, holy, holy is his sacrament. $30 pays your rent on Bleecker Street. I heard a church bell softly chime in a melody sustaining. It's a long road to Canaan on Bleecker Street.
So many beautiful sounds in the air tonight that I can scarcely believe it. That's Simon and Garfunkel with Bleecker Street. Everything sounds especially marvellous tonight, which is good. And this will be Roger McGough sounding as marvellous as he ever does, with that beautiful Scouse accent that makes me feel very happy somehow. And this is called Mother, the Wardrobe is Full of Infantrymen. Listen.
Mother, the wardrobe is full of infantrymen. I asked them, but they snarled, saying it was a man's life. Mother, there is a Centurion tank in the parlour. I did. I asked the officer, but he laughed, saying Queen's regulations. Piano was out of tune anyway. Mother, polish your identity bracelet. There is a mushroom cloud in the back garden. I did. I tried to bring in the cat, but it simply came to pieces in my hand. I did. I tried to whitewash the windows, but there weren't any. I did. I tried to hide under the stairs, but I couldn't get in for civil defense leaders. I did. I tried ringing Candid Camera, but they crossed their hearts. I went for a policeman, but they were looting the town. I went for a fire engine, but they were all upside down. I went for a priest, but they're all on their knees. Mother, don't just lie there. Say something, please. Mother, don't just lie there. Say something, please.
That's Roger McGough, and I love that. I really do. It's sad, you know. And it's horrible, the thought of somebody actually bombing Liverpool. How could anybody do such a thing? How could they bomb anywhere, as a matter of fact? And, I didn't read the papers today. Which is one of the I just read about the thing in Hyde Park and looked at all those beautiful people, and that was as much as I wanted to know about the day's news, because the rest of it couldn't, brought me down. That was Roger McGough, anyway, from the LP, The Incredible New Liverpool Scene on CBS, which you really must get, please. Buy it, because they've got to, they're going to be at the Roundhouse sometime next month, the 18th, I think, of August. They'll be there, and you must go and see them. And this time, listen to them, because nobody listened to them at UFO. Nobody really paid attention, and they're incredibly important and very beautiful. And I do want you to hear them, because they've got such good things to say. And that's all. This is B.B. King from his first LP. Listen. That's B.B. King, that's called Please Love Me, from his LP Singing the Blues, which is on the Crown label, which is a cut-price American label, but it's a very important LP, actually, because there's some good stuff on there. If any of you, if Jack Moore is listening of UFO and the International Times, or anybody who knows him, he was supposed to, let me know what things were going on that were important, so I could tell you about them, and he's been sort of falling down a little bit in doing this, which, he's got so many million other things to do, but it would be nice, because then I could tell you, and there wouldn't be any sort of hang-ups at all. Anyway, another one of our runners-up was Susan Hale of 4B Arthur Road, Holloway, London, North 7. So, yeah, I don't know what, you know, but anyway, thank you very much for your entry, Susan, love. And we've only got 2 more to go before we get to the winners. And as I say, I don't think we're going to have any more contests in the Perfumed Garden, because I really felt terrible about having to make decisions and choose from all the beautiful things that you sent me and pick out the best ones, you know, because that's a bad scene, really. So, anyway, here are the Blues McGoughs, and this is called Tobacco Road.
Tobacco Road. It only lies 5 miles long, and only you know how long. Oh, Tobacco Road. Tobacco Road.
That's Tobacco Road with the Blues McGoughs. The singing, I'm afraid, on that is a bit of a drag, but the rest of it is good. Anyway, 15 minutes after 1 is Radio London time in the Perfumed Garden. And Dibblers, we've got to get back onto Dibblers. I haven't mentioned them at all here tonight, and they're important, you see, because there's going to be some significance, I think, in the fact that they suddenly decided to reappear and allow themselves to be found again after 80 years, you see. And they live on the nectar of flowers, as I've told you before, which has to be significant, doesn't it, right? Okay. Well, Hermione, that's the name of one of our engineers here. Actually, his name is Dave Hawkins. Everybody calls him Hermione. Not for the reason that you're thinking of, but that's just the name he happens to get with, you see. So, anyway, he was telling, he's from Australia, and he said that what we ought to do is call Australia House, you see, which is where all the Australian ambassador people type things are. Call them and ask them about Dibblers. So in the morning, I want you to call somebody. You must all call Australia House and find out about Dibblers, because I've got to get some more information about them, more photographs. We've got to circulate them somehow, and we ought to get buttons made up with Dibblers are essential written on them, and we ought to circulate photographs of Dibblers, because they have to be the ultimate creature. They really do. And there ought to be thousands in every home. What I envisage is a room, you see, in my house somewhere, if I ever get one, if the housing agents ever allow me to have one, is a room that's full of dibblers and gerbils and hamsters and sparrows and starlings and wombats and all these other gorgeous things all hopping around, and it's just terrific, you know, and have little buckets of water and things, little pools of water laid in the floor for them to bathe in, and they'll all scamper about and talk to one another, and we'll just sit in a corner, you know, with music playing and goldfish and things and everything, and it'll be beautiful, and just look at these things and go out of our minds. Anyway, that's something for us to look forward to. Here at the Jefferson Airplane, I'm rambling on again. Don't forget to write to the zoo, too, about Dibblers, and this is on the RCA Victor label, and it's called She Has Funny Cars, which may or may not be true. I don't know, really, but it's not significant. indeed, yes, there you have it. See, the Jefferson Airplane from Radio London, and that is called She Has Funny Cars. And another one of our, what was I calling them? I can't remember. One of the runners-up in our bizarre contest was Alan Chandler of 100 Croft Down Road, London NW5. Thank you, Alan. This is Bob Dylan, and this is Love Minus Zero, No Limit. For my own white rabbit this evening.
My love, she speaks like silence, without ideals or violence. She doesn't have to say she's faithful, yet she's true like ice, like fire. People carry roses and make promises by the hours. My love, she laughs like the flowers Valentines can't buy her. In the dime stores and bus stations, people talk of situations, read books, repeat quotations, draw conclusions on the wall. Some speak of the future. My love, she speaks softly. She knows there's no success like failure, and that failure's no success at all. The cloak and dagger dangles, madams light the candles. In ceremonies of the horsemen, even the pawn must hold a grudge. Statues made of matchsticks crumble into one another. My love winks, she does not bother. She knows too much to argue or to judge. The bridge at midnight trembles, the country doctor rambles, bankers' nieces seek perfection, expecting all the gifts that wise men bring. The wind howls like a hammer, the night blows rainy. My love, she's like some raven at my window with a broken wing.
That's Bob Dylan, of course, from Radio London, and I had one of my brilliant schemes during that record, actually. I just drew they come spontaneously, they do. Aren't you impressed? Well, I tell you what, I like going to the Tate Gallery. I hope that you go to the Tate Gallery, because there's some good things there, particularly Powell Clay. I don't know if you know his paintings, but I go mad about them, because they're very childlike, you see. Not childish, which is different altogether, but childlike and very good. What I was thinking, the only thing that's wrong with the Tate Gallery is that it's sort of static, somehow. You know, the paintings are there, and nothing happens, they're just there, and you can go look at them and say, that's nice, or good, whatever, or that's not nice, and that's bad, whatever. So there you are, the paintings are there. Now what we need is somebody to start an art exhibition that's in a constant state of flux. In other words, you want to go in there, and if you don't like the look of a painting, you can change it, you see, yourself. Just go up there and paint something different on it. And this way, it would be different every day, and people could come in and alter things and paint whatever they had on their mind, just on the canvases that were on the wall. And that's what we should be doing, actually, in the Perfumed Garden, you see, getting your opinions, because right now we're just looking at my opinions, which is stuck up there on the wall for you to take or leave as you want. I don't get yours, you see. Do you understand what I'm driving at? Well, if you do, you can write and tell me that too. Anyway, this is Jeff Beck. No, really, try it. Jeff Beck on Radio London. This is the B-side of Tallyman, and it's Rock My Plimsoll.
Keep on rocking me, babe. keep on rolling me, baby. Rolling me, baby. You can't roll me, baby, till my back ain't got no bone. Oh yeah, you can't roll me, baby. Roll me, baby. Keep on rocking me, baby. Oh yeah, you can't rock me, baby. You can't rock me, baby, till my back. Oh yeah.
Radio London, and that was called Rock My Plimsoll. You see, what I was driving at before is actually what we should try and achieve is for me not to be me anymore, for me to be you. Does that make sense? Because that's what we're looking for in the Perfumed Garden. Anyway, 28 minutes after 1 is Radio London time, and another one of the runners-up in our contest was, let's see, Deb Spurge, who lives at 14 Forest View Road, Loughton in Essex. Thank you, Deb. And here's Phil Oakes, and this is probably going to be the Talking Birmingham Jam, is it? No, it's not. I've got the wrong one on here. Hold on a second here when I back up. I was going to play one track off this, and I changed my mind just before the other record ended, so I had to go back and pick this one instead. Let's see what happens. No, we haven't ended the previous one. How very embarrassing. Well, what can we possibly talk about until it ends, eh? It's there. That's the end of it. Okay, this is going to be the Talking Birmingham Jam by Phil Oakes, and it's all about Birmingham, tourist city of the glorious South.
Walking down to Birmingham, way down south in Dixieland. Well, I thought that I would stop a while, take a vacation, southern style. Got some southern hospitality down there in a southern hospital. Oh, all the signs said welcome in, signed by Governor Wallace and Rin Tin Tin. They said come along and watch the fights while we feed our dogs on civil rights. Now, don't get us wrong, some of our best Negroes are friends. Well, I've seen travel in many ways. I've traveled in cars and old subways. But in Birmingham, some people chose to fly down the street from a fire hose, doing some hard traveling from hydrants of plenty. Well, a pack of dogs was standing by. I walked up to them and I said, hi. I asked one dog what they all were doing. He walked up to me and started chewing. I said, hold it, I'm from the ASPCA, Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Agitators. And I said, there must be some men around, there can't be only you dogs in town. They said, sure, we have old Bull Connor, there he goes, walking yonder, throwing some raw meat to the mayor, feeding bones to the city council. You know Governor Wallace doesn't mean no harm. Can't you see he's got a lot of charm? He's protecting us whites, both rich and poor, standing in the schoolhouse door, cracking jokes, talking to Huntley Brinkley, serving jury duty, getting re-elected. So I asked them why they spent their time with segregation on their mind. They said, if you don't like to live this way, get out of here, go back to the USA, live with all them Russians, New York folk singers. Some say they've passed their darkest hour, those moderates are back in power. Oh, they listen close with open ears, they'll help us out in a couple of 100 years. But don't push them, whatever you do, or else you get those extremists back in. You see, Alabama is a sovereign state with sovereign dogs and sovereign hate. They stand for the Bible, for the Constitution. They stand against communist revolution. They say it's pinkos like you that freed the slaves, and they're right.
There you go, that was recorded about 2.5 years ago, and unfortunately it's just as true now as it was then, except instead of Governor Wallace he, it's Governor Wallace she. Things don't improve, really, do they? Anyway, one of our winners, we've got down to the 3 winners now, on a slightly more cheerful note, is Geoffrey Prowse, who lives at 3 Sheepwell Cottages, Shepherd's Way, which is a beautiful address, Hatfield in Hertfordshire. So Geoffrey Prowse will be getting one of our Zodiac Cosmic Sounds LPs. 2 winners to go now, and here's Granny.
Well, she lives all alone in a house by a pool. She wears fur coats and hats and old-fashioned jewels, and her one aim in life to be on the screen, top billing with ballet, her favorite dream. So once a year, Granny takes a trip, always first class, and she's well equipped. For the movie auditions in Hollywood town, she always turns up, but she's always turned down. Well, one day on the screen, Granny's bound to be seen. If she turns up again, she's bound to find fame. So, Granny, my dear, we all wish you the best, and know that you'll find your happiness. So once a year, Granny takes a trip, always first class, and she's well equipped. For the movie auditions in Hollywood town, she always turns up, but she's always turned down.
Girl hasn't jumped out of the window yet. Those are the Purple Gang from Radio London. Another one of our winners in the Zodiac Cosmic Sound was Kenneth Hayes, who lives at 6 West Terrace, Wincham Avenue, Sidcup in Kent. So you'll be getting a copy of the Zodiac Cosmic Sound LP as soon as I can con a few copies out of Elektra Records, but you'll get it eventually, so don't worry. Here are Cream.
Wasting the best
Cream from Radio London, and that's called Sweet Wine. 22 minutes now for 2 o'clock, and of course, at 2 o'clock the gates close in the Perfumed Garden, which is unfortunate. Here's the only group in the world, I think, possibly, who can fuse together theatre and poetry and music and love and everything. Everything good, that is.
Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock as the day begins, silently closing her bedroom door, leaving the note that she hoped would say more. She goes downstairs to the kitchen, clutching her handkerchief, quietly turning the back door key. Stepping outside, she is free. We gave her most of our lives, is leaving, sacrificed most of our lives. We gave her everything money could buy. She's leaving home after living alone for so many years. Father snores as his wife gets into a dressing gown, picks up the letter that's lying there. Standing alone at the top of the stairs, she breaks down and cries to her husband, "Daddy, our baby's gone." Why would she treat us so thoughtlessly? How could she do this to me? We never thought of ourselves, never a thought for ourselves. We struggled hard all our lives to get by. She's leaving home after living alone for so many years. Friday morning at 9 o'clock, she is far away, waiting to keep the appointment she made, meeting a man from the motor trade. What did we do that was wrong?